little 2020 behind the scenes. This year we added a bunch of these mini trees with stars and the candy canes, and then we converted everything from the Falcon F-16 V3s over to the Culp boards. So we got 3 K8 pocket boards or pocket beagles. Those are on the house. There's one up here. One over there, and then one around that little section between those windows. So those run everything all in the house itself. There's I think an octo scroller is what Culp calls it for the P5 matrix. Down the lawn, this side of the lawn, ended up using a K8B. So this is just a B. The other ones are a PB. Biggest difference is the B is a full-size beagle bone versus the pocket bone. This is good on this side. These are all running in a remote configuration. And over here we have a K32, which is set up to be the master. So this is where all the songs play. We're using a Culp transmitter as well. Got a nice box here. I forget who makes it. Got it on Amazon. I think it's a Buds box. Don't quote me. We're also not running any vent. This is just a solid sealed display. So we got a Culp K32. Here's a little 3.5mm jack that I pull out through a gland if I want to run a speaker for outdoor audio. This other wire right here is actually the antenna. It goes right, just an 18 gauge wire that goes right in there, right to the controller. So right into the right to the transmitter. It has RDS, really pretty trick setup. Plugs right in, and it's really nice. Down here I got a little DMX controller. These are for the stupid or dumb RGB trees over there. I want to get rid of those. Nothing but a pain in the butt. Those should just be converted to 2811 smart nodes, but always put it off and never do it. So each side, so on that Culp board we're using 17 outputs of the 32. 16 of them are for the mega tree. There are 16 strands, 100 per, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we're using one output on the other side, port 17, which goes and feeds these 8 props right here. So we got a candy cane, mini tree, and a star. 4 sets of those on each side. So that's 816 pixels off of one port. I do run only 5-volt pixels here, so of course there's power injection. You can see all the power injection lines over here. But essentially we just inject power. So here's my power injection. Here's my data in. So it comes from over there. Got data in, up and down, up and down, up and down. And then we got data out. Goes through. This one we're actually not injecting power because we're doing it on every candy cane essentially. So candy canes. Here's our power injection. Again, I use my own pigtails and solder them all myself. And then here I have data in, data out, so forth. So I usually build for 100% and typically run various different brightnesses depending upon what I'm trying to achieve. Anything dense like this, I usually run around 50 to 70% brightness. And all the single strands, like the windows, the roofs and stuff like that, those are all at 100% to kind of bring out the brightness of those. So yeah, it's worked out really well. We have no cat cables. Previous year videos we would run, I don't want to say a mile, but pretty damn close, near to a mile of cat cable to all the different smart receivers and whatnot. So this year everything is wireless. been great. We've been up over 30 days with 0 issues. I did mount Ubiquiti AC HD up here out of the way. So that covers almost the whole neighborhood, but works great. Spun up a VLAN for all the Christmas controllers. Of course, I use VLAN 25, 25 for Christmas and whatnot. So that's on a 25.10 here. Then we got 25.11 for that guy, 25.12, which is for the one around here. So there's a dot 12 guy. Matrix is on a 25.13, and that long guy over there is on a 25.14, and the master is on a 25.100. So all multi-sync working really well, no issues at all. I kind of use controllers on different parts of the house. So this controller controls this part of the house, or any lawn items we add next year will go there. This controller right here does that part of the house, except for the P5 matrix. That's on its own controller. This controller right here is controlling, again, this is only one port. There's 816 pixels on one port right here. Working really nice. And then we're also doing that right there as well. That's that controller does this section of the house. So next year I'll probably pull one port from that controller to actually power these, and then I'll use that controller probably for this section of the lawn over here that we didn't do this year. I'm trying to think. Everything's pretty much set up, ready to go. Colt board's really nice. You do need a nice wireless antenna. I started off with a bunch of these cheapy little $4 Wi-Fi antennas. This one works fine. You can see that little USB guy over there. That one works fine because it's literally 15 feet line of sight from here to that access point right behind me. But once you start going around corners and stuff like that, the wireless signal does drop off. So we ended up using this one. You can kind of see a little better. Ended up using those little Wi-Fi antennas with Wi-Fi adapters with the antenna. It worked really well. It's got a little 90-degree bend to it. Just plugs in with a little USB extension. You get power right there from the soffit light for the P5 controller. Things are good. 30 plus days, rock solid, no issues. We're running FPP 4.6 on all these guys. I did upgrade during sometime the month of December. Didn't want to, but 4.6 had all the Wi-Fi signal strength indicators, and it was really nice. This is the first year of this house, so I built all the props, tried to paint it. I originally started doing everything in J channel, so we started around here, and didn't actually finish this side of the house. So we're using 3D xLights. I did all the J channel, and these are all stuck with some magnets, so just pull right off and stick it right on. So it's pretty easy to put up and put down. So next year we'll probably do this whole side of the house with the J channel. Got a bunch of stuff already done. So then for all the windows, I wanted to use J channel as well, but really couldn't come up with a quick, easy way to mount this. I just went back to the old tried and true drilled PVC pipe. So 1/2-inch PVC pipe, 2-inch hole spacing, and then actually just played around with different colors and paints to kind of get the blend in. It's not perfect up close, but from 5 feet back, it blends right in. It's really nice. So these two are mounted just with two little standoffs up there. Just trying to zoom in, my fingers are cold. So 2 standoffs with the little clear PVC clips. Same thing here. Those work nice, no issues. Then over here, I went with some kind of aluminum bracket I bent. I just put a screw up top. Yeah, this zoom is difficult with frozen fingers. Kind of bent it around like that, and then put a little clear guy.
Excuse me, do you live here?
I do.
Thank you so much for those lights.
Oh, no problem. Glad you guys like it.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Awesome. Happy neighbors are always good. Lost my focus. Anyhow, so that's what I did there. Ran out of time to do anything over there for the office. We'll do that again. This side of the house, tried something different. These are the little standoffs for PVC conduit. Wow, we're just losing. There we go. So these actually work really well. I actually like these better than anything else. So I'm probably going to use these everywhere next year. The only difference is they're just like half an inch too short. Probably not going to show up on video, but they kind of barely stick out from the bottom. So in an ideal world, they would be like that, and they're about a little too short. Again, when you're from the street, no one can see anything, no one can tell, but that's just what I did. So for each window, I just did one in the middle. It goes across. Actually put the pipes between all this stuff to keep it a little more stability. So instead of hanging up 3 individual frames, trying to get them all lined up, I just hang up one big frame, with 3 little frames attached. Hope that makes any sense. And over here, the same thing. Is the little standoffs, and I did 2. Let's kind of measure first, make sure you're not going to be drilling these where pixels go and go in the middle of them, and down they go. Again, they're not perfectly flush. Should go down there, but that little 1 inch, you honestly can't tell. I thought it might bother me. I was going to hook something here and wrap it around, but from the street, you can't tell. These pixels have such a wide viewing angle that, you know, it might be a 4-degree difference here to there, you know, from here to there, but at the end of the street, you can't tell. So those went up really well. There's probably no way to get a clear video, but I ended up using yeah, can't tell down here. Yeah, I'm using some EMT and did some pretty trick things on there. So those things just hook up. They come off in like 3 seconds. You basically just lift them up. There's a little nipple that the EMT slides into, and they come right off, same as the star. So I'll start taking these stuff down, and it'll probably take me maybe 2 hours to get everything down. It just unslides, unclips. It will take a little more time this year. Just I need to label all the wires. I just was outside building wires and whatnot. But yeah, good year. Love the Cult boards. Definitely worth the upgrade. It's hard to really see here. I basically just kind of pre-built everything. I've got power injection on the left, you know, data and pixels on the right. But essentially, you know, down here we're only using, I guess, what are we doing here? It looks like we're actually using 2, which is surprising. So that's the data in. Oh, we're using that for power. That's power, sorry. Yeah, so these 8 guys over here are all, those are all data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then these 8 over here are all power injection. So Power injecting a couple times down the line, and it works good. So, not the best video, but gives you an idea what we're up against. And yeah, any questions, let me know. But good year. Everything came out great.